What's up, everybody? Joe Davern with Healthcare Solutions Team, Healthcare Made Simple. Wanted to throw something together. I see all this money going out with the American Rescue Act that Biden signed, $2 trillion. I know it's hard to grasp what that even means these days, but I'm just going to approach this from the health insurance perspective, okay? I deal with clients every day. I've been doing this for quite some time. I know how the ACA, how Obamacare works, or how it was supposed to work, and I see the amount of money going out, and I'm just wondering if this is sustainable. And then I'd love for you guys to comment, start a dialogue without going crazy in the comments with what you think we can do, and if you think this is sustainable or not. So to address this, to talk about this, I want to talk deeper about how subsidies work on Obamacare or the ACA. Okay. Subsidies were supposed to go to people that were lower income so that they can afford health insurance. You know, as in most things that people do, it has good intentions. Did it work out? I don't know. Premiums are extremely high in the health insurance market. And if the premiums continue to go up, that means the subsidies continue to go up to help offset those premiums. And when we're trying to do that, that means taxes got to go up because the money's got to come from somewhere to pay for this. Or we just deficit spend and maybe the chickens never come home to roost. I'm not smart enough to answer that question. I'm not an economist. But let's go over this. I want to talk exactly about how subsidies work. I think it'll help and it'll highlight how this whole system works once we go through this. So, first of all, switching over, the federal poverty level chart is extremely important when it comes to subsidy. When Obamacare started, anybody typically from 100% federal poverty level up to 400% could potentially qualify for subsidy. And obviously that's based on household size, because a household of four making, let's say, 52,000 is a lot different than a household of one making 52,000, right? So if you're a household of four and you were making, at least in 2021, less than about 100,000, you could potentially qualify for subsidy. However, it also depends on the cost of the plans. So let me move over here. When the government was thinking about how to divvy up or how to determine what you qualify for, obviously they use that federal poverty level chart like we talked about. Okay, so this was before the American Rescue Act, this column right here. Okay, this percent of your income column. This is after. And then I'm going to show you guys an actual example, and that'll highlight how much money we're actually spending, which I think is out of this world. But if you were making 100 to 138% federal poverty level before, you would only pay 2% of your monthly income, let's call it, on insurance. But how do they determine the cost of insurance? They use what we call the benchmark plan. So plans are rated bronze, silver, gold. The second lowest cost silver plan in your market is referred to as the benchmark plan. Okay, so that's what all these percentages are based off of. Okay, so somebody making 250% federal poverty level would only pay between 8.33 and 9.83% of their income for the cost of that benchmark silver plan. Now, after the passage of the American Rescue Act and the government spending money like crazy, now they're only going to spend 4 to 6%. So if you're low income, this is better for you. You're going to spend less on your health insurance, right? And the big thing that happened with this new rule is that people making over 400%, these were people that got screwed totally by this system because health insurance premiums are high. And if you made over that 400% federal poverty level, for instance, a household of three making over about 86,000, you qualify for nothing. So you are paying full price for the plans available, which is extremely high. So to give you an example of this, we'll take a look at a family here. This is in the state of Illinois, okay? You got a household of four, male, female, 2 kids. And before I touch income, let's look at the full premium. Okay, the cheapest plan available to this family, which is somewhat disgusting. I'm going to unclick this box here. You're going to see it's going to be about $1,700 a month for the cheapest HMO available. Extremely high deductible, extremely high maximum out of pocket. A very small network, right? That's if they had to pay full price. Now, let's talk about that benchmark plan. when I click on silver level plans, remember, the benchmark plan is the second lowest cost silver. That plan cost is $2,050 a month for this family. Now, if this family of four before was making 105, 110,000, they would get nothing. This is the premiums they would be looking at. Now with the American Rescue Act, a family making, let's say, even 125,000, that family qualifies for $1,186 a month. Now that premium for that $2,050 plan comes to $864 a month. So, okay, that's great. Some people making just over federal poverty level before were the ones really getting hurt because they would qualify for no subsidy whatsoever. Now it's at least a little bit more reasonable, but where I'm approaching this and what I want to get from all you smart people out there is, how is this sustainable? This is one family in the state of Illinois. There are millions of families getting humongous subsidies like this, right? And again, if you want to calculate this, you take the income. This is how this is calculated. You take the income, divide it by 12, you multiply by 0.085, and that's what this premium, that's what it should come to, right around $864 a month. Because remember, when you're over 400% federal poverty level, they cap it at 8.5%. Okay. Now, if the income was even lower for this family, let's take it to 50,000. They're going to get a humongous subsidy. They were at $1,682. Now, when you're under 18, you qualify for Medicaid in a lot of states. So I'm just going to raise this age to prove the point here, to be consistent. $1,987 a month for a family of four. So now, going back to that silver level plan, you're looking at $129 a month. Okay, is this sustainable though? Can we continue to spend money like this? Health insurance is a right, a privilege. Depending on which side you vote for, you're probably going to be very biased in one way or the other. I'm going to switch screens back here, but I just want to touch on this. I think it's good for people to know what's going on. If you were over 400% federal poverty level before April 1st, you might want to get in touch with me now to see what your options are. You could potentially save a lot of money, but my God, a lot of people don't want to deal with the government. They don't want that handout. They want to go directly or go to private insurance, which we do as well. So where do you fall on this, and what's the right thing to do? I don't have the answers. I help people do the right thing in their personal situation. This threw a big wrench into the whole system. So reach out to me, call me, message me. My cell, 708-566-6589. If you want to look at your options for your family, comment below on what your thoughts are. I look forward to hearing from many of you.